What is going on, fellow gamers? ChaosEclipse here. We are back on Minecraft today, and I wanted to show you guys a few things. So I've been actually working on a project that it's kind of how the people that are like, oh, we'll try this as like your starter farm and stuff like that. It'll help you get things, blah blah blah. It's been 5 days, and I don't mean 5 days in Minecraft. I mean 5 days in the real world, and I want to show you guys one of the farms that actually sucks, in my opinion. In my opinion. If it's working for you, keep doing it. Keep in mind, I am on PS5, so it's going to work a bit different, and I'll explain what I mean. So before we even get into that, let me show you what I've accomplished in the 5 days while trying to set up for this. So as you can see, I put cobblestone under around the fence. I lit up the entire yard. I actually even finished the entire yard. So I have little sidewalks going through here. All of these squares you can see here are going to be plots. I made a beekeeper house over here, basically. If you guys didn't see one before in one of my previous ones, it's going to be a beekeeper house. Basically, I'll end up putting hives in there. I will bring some bees in here, and we'll throw down some bone meal or just plant flowers in here so that they can just kind of wander around on their own, and we'll still be able to get honey and everything. And on this side over here, I have a mine started, a mine shaft, which is a building there on the left, and then you can see there on the right, I even have a nether portal. Like, I'm not joking when I said that this has been 5 days. You can see it does go down pretty far. It's only the one tunnel at the moment, but it does go down pretty far. And then we have the portal here. I put a gate and everything around it because, like I said before, sometimes things can come through there. So I want to make sure that it's not going to hurt the villagers if things do come in. This is where the river was. As you can see, the river over here goes off in that direction, and then it still goes off in the other direction over there. So we filled all of that in. I actually went a little bit further out on the outer side. I was originally only went about 5 blocks out, which is about to like right here or so. And then I went even further out because I wanted to make these things here. So these are going to be our changing rooms in order to change the zombie villagers back into villagers. I don't have it set up exactly yet. I'm probably going to put a chest next to these so that the chest will have like splash potion of weakness and the apple and stuff like that, so that we can just do it all right here on the spot instead of needing to run back to the main house and everything. But as you can see, I flattened out a little bit up here as well. And I did this all the way around. So even over here, it does go up kind of far. But I did about a random like 2 to 3 in between each one. So it looks a bit more natural. Obviously, all the trees and stuff are missing. But clearly, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, that's how I always end up doing it anyway. It's just up to you guys on how you want to do it. The reason why there's like a hole, I guess, if that's what you want to call this right here, that was already naturally like that, so I just kind of left it and just kind of went with it still. And then I filled in, like, if you look here, 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 here. Okay, well, none of these spots. Some of these spots, I know the corners are actually pretty bad with it. They have cobblestone. Yeah, there you go. There's cobblestone right underneath of it. So when I was digging this out, some of the cobblestone was up here, so I dug that up, put dirt in place of it. And I even went back on the very top level. I went back a little further with the trees as well, so that I have a little bit of room to run around up here as well. Not that I'm going to be doing a lot of running around up here, but if I need to run away from something, it also keeps people like this, which granted he has armor anyway, but it will keep zombies and skeletons that are using protection from the sunlight under the trees. It'll keep them away, unless they're like this one where they actually have armor and they can actually come out in the sunlight. But it will keep them away from the actual base. That's why I don't want too many trees near our base. So if we take a look at the map, you guys can see everything that I created here on the map. So this is the map, and this is the very first thing. So obviously there in the center is our main base, and then all of the squares are where the houses are going to be. At the moment, it's not completely symmetrical, just because I did do the mine shaft and the portal first. And then if you look in that bottom right over there, that's actually going to be a farm. So top left, the pink outline over there, that's where the beehive thing is going to be. Bottom right, that's where a farm's going to be, and then I'll probably do something different on the top right and the bottom left. But that's the plan for now. And then if you come over here, you can see that I currently have a little bit of a farm over here, but this is where the other river came out, was on this side over here. Technically, to be more specific, it was down on this end, and then it just kind of connected here and went out into the ocean. But if we come look over here, this is where the river was. So if you guys remember, the river was here, it went this way straight through there, and it went out over there. And then, like I said, this part right here is going to be our farm. So right now I just have these. This is where the water is going to be. There's going to be water, or I'm gonna knock out these blocks. There's going to be water here as well, where the torches are. But I just did not dig them up yet, because the way that I have the land lit up, nothing spawns inside the fence at the moment. These are about 6 blocks apart. I think you can go further than that, but 6 does work. Technically 7 works, because I think on some of these ends here it didn't come out right. Like, it's not completely symmetrical. I think it's about 7 from the end on some of these. I think this one right here is actually 7 from the end. So 7 torch lights apart, still nothing spawning inside the fence, so we're good there. But that's how everything is laid out at the moment. This right here is what I want to talk to you guys about. So this is supposedly a beginner farm. People call it a cow crusher. It's a bit of a problem on the PS5. The reason why I say that is because the way that this should work when you're making it, basically you have, and I will dig this up so you guys can see it. You basically have a chest here, and you have a hopper next to the chest, going from under the cows. So the cows are up here. Right here in the middle under them is a block of water. And then we have our hopper, which is going into our chest here. As you can see, there's nothing in the chest. The reason why this is not going to work, and I think it will eventually, but at the moment we're having a little bit of issues with it, so I'm just going to kind of give up on it, because I prefer to do it the natural way anyway. But I at least wanted to go over it. I was going to do, you know, farms that are good for beginners, things like that. The problem with it on the PS5 is the way that that works is only so many creatures can spawn in at one time. Now, with those creatures spawning in at one time, what it'll do is it'll automatically kill the rest of the creatures that are in the area. So if you keep spawning cows on top of cows, it will eventually kill the cows. And because there's water under that, the water will drop the leather and the meat down into the hopper, which will then go into the chest. The problem with this is, first of all, you need tons of wheat for this. So even if you make this type of farm, you need a normal farm like this over here to grow the wheat, which most of the videos that I watch don't even cover that you need the wheat first. I mean, obviously they tell you need a little bit of wheat, because originally what you'll have to do is you'll have to get at least 2 cows like so, and you'll basically have to drop them into this top part over here, and then you'll put a fence on top. Once they're in here, then you just feed them like so. You can see they start mating and stuff. You'll have like little baby cows in there. Get out of here, guys. You'll have baby cows in here that will spawn and stuff. So every time you see like the green icon, which is probably not going to show because I think they're all adults. But anyway, all the hearts means that, there goes that green thing there. That means I just fed a baby one, and it's basically helping him to grow up into an adult. But basically what you have to do is you have to keep circling this thing, feed as many of the adult cows as you can, which eventually, when there's too many of the adult cows, it will kill off the other ones. And then, like I said, the leather and the meat will then go into the hopper, which will then go into the chest. But for me, it's not working. We're on PS5. So the PS5 can obviously handle a lot more creatures and a lot more spawns and everything. So even if we look out over here, you can see there's still a duck over there. We just killed 2 other cows. The good thing is I might finally be close to it, because I'm not seeing any actual creatures spawning as far as like zombies and things. Although I will say zombies and skeletons and creepers should not count towards the count of animals. But the fact that we still have a duck over here still means that there's not enough. Actually, there's a duck over there too. So the fact that we still have ducks means that there's not going to be enough cows in here to do it yet. But if we open this, there should be meat and leather going in here. Obviously the meat and leather we have on us is from getting the cows just now, but that's why it's not working. But basically you have to keep coming back to this. You have to keep doing this. I have been doing this for 5 days trying to set this up for you guys. It's technically working, but I have went through tons of wheat. Like I've dug up that the farm over there like 3 times. I have tons of wheat in the thing over there. Still not enough cows to actually be producing anything yet. On top of that, one of the things I want to caution you guys, whoops, I just throw that in there. On top of that, one of the things that I want to caution you guys about is if you leave the area for too long, you have a chance of these cows despawning. The only way creatures will not despawn is if you name them, meaning you have to go down into like a dungeon, something like that. You have to acquire a name tag, and then you have to name at least 2 of the cows so that you at least have 2 of the adult cows to keep going. So basically you have to stay in the area the entire time that you're trying to do this. We still don't have anything in there yet, but as you can see, it's a pain in the butt. It really is. So I don't think that that is a good beginner farm, and that's all I wanted to cover with you guys. But like I said, the entire time that that has been happening, I built my entire yard. I lit up my entire yard. I still have pigs and ducks and everything spawning over here. I say ducks, but they're chickens. We built the changing rooms. We built the beehive thing over there. We built the mine shaft. We built the what is this thing called? The nether portal. And then check this out, guys. Even inside the nether portal, I set it up a little bit, which is crazy because I mean, you guys seen when how I picked the spawn? It was at random. Oh, come on. There it goes. The spawn that I made right here was also random. I built all of this glass so that you guys can see through it. And then I even put cobblestone out there so that you guys can see, or not see, but so that if what are they called? If a gas hits it or anything like that, we don't have to worry about this stuff being destroyed. It'll just kind of catch fire and then it'll go out. The crazy thing is, there's actually a fortress right below me. Look at that, guys. Fortress right there. So we don't have to go and hunt for one. Hopefully that is a good fortress. I know, actually, there's a wither skeleton right there. I don't know if you guys can see him. It's kind of dark right there. But there's another one over there, another wither skeleton. But I have also been seeing, what are they called? The not those guys. The blaze spawners, not spawners, but the blaze themselves. I've been seeing blaze all over in this area. They've been spawning here, so there's a spawner somewhere down there. So that's good. We'll be able to get the blaze rods almost immediately and stuff. And actually, it looks like there's one right there. I think that's one. It looks like it. We just have to build a path down to it. That's going to be the tricky part, which, if anything, we'll probably just... Well, we won't be able to make that jump. If anything, we will build out over there and then come down to that spot, or we might build out this way and then just drop down and try to make some stairs coming back up or something. But yeah, I've been doing this, making this thing here. Been in here for a while. You can see that I dug up all of this. That was what was around here and everything. I do want to also get some what is that called, glowstone. Now I will say one other thing. With this being the PS5, it should be able to handle a lot of different things. Since I made this this cow killer, cow crusher, whatever you want to call it, I've had nothing but problems. The game keeps freezing, everything like that. I think it's just too many mobs spawned in at one time, especially when it rains. It makes it really hard, which is crazy that it's doing that even on the PS5. So I would not advise doing this one, guys. I'm still trying to see if it's even producing anything at all. I'm thinking maybe I have the chest facing the wrong way, but I don't think it matters which way the chest is facing. I know it matters which way the hopper is facing, but I don't think it matters which way the chest is facing. But I might be wrong, so I am still trying it. I want to see if this does work, how much potential it has. But I at least want to point out that it's not a beginner farm, because you do need to stay within so many blocks of it, I guess, because I know if I ran completely off in that direction, some of those cows would 100% despawn. And then on top of that, you need a big wheat farm in order to do this, because if not, you're going to run out of wheat and it's going to take forever. So, but we'll keep trying it. I'll try to keep you guys updated, but I at least wanted to give you an update on the on how the property is going and everything. As you guys can tell, it's actually coming along really nicely. If you guys remember, the last time that we built, we did all these fancy different buildings, different colors, different wood, things like that. Not going to do that this time. I don't know if I'm going to use wood or if I'm going to use cobblestone to make their houses. Probably wood, just because wood is a lot easier to get. We can plant a couple trees out here, just chop them down, regrow them, things like that. Cobblestone, maybe, just because I already do have the mine going. But I noticed that even doing this cobblestone, like laying their floors in the cobblestone, we are almost out of it. Granted, everything I have done since I've had the cobblestone, I've done out of cobblestone. So like the mine there's out of cobblestone, that's out of cobblestone, and I just realized I don't have any torches on top of that one. So I'll probably have to put torches up there. Nothing spawned up there yet, but I don't want to take any chances. Just because I don't need zombies or anything inside the village, especially once we get the villagers going and everything. So the next goal for now is just, I guess, building the houses themselves, and making the beds. And then from there, we'll take a look at how many, I believe it's 13 different villagers that you could do. But we'll take a look at how many villagers there are exactly, which, like I said, I think it's 13. But we'll take a look just to be on the safe side, get some facts going. And then we'll see how many duplicates we want, because obviously this is more than 13 houses. So let me see, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So in one corner, the top left corner, that's 14 there. Top right corner might be one less, so that'd be 13, just because we have the mine shaft over there. And then same thing with the top right, that's actually 2 less. So, but still, that's 13 per corner already. So we can probably make, you know, quite a bit of each one, 2 to 3 of each one, stuff like that. We might turn some of them into like storage houses or something. I don't know. I have no idea what we're doing just yet, but we're going to figure it out together, guys. So for now, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I just want to show you guys an update on the housing project, everything, and then with that farm over there. And then if you guys take a look over here, did he just go in my place? Technically, he can go in there and not be heard in there. I don't know if I accidentally looked at him or not. Okay, I was gonna say I did, but I didn't. His mouth is still closed. So if we go up this ladder here, this is our rooftop. I lit up the roof as well. The reason why it's like this is because I am gonna make it at least one more story. I thought about, I don't know yet, but I thought about making it 3 stories, and on the 3rd story we can do our farm up there instead of doing our farm in the corner over there and messing up the land. But the only problem with that is I've done it before, and water will eventually drip through the top of the ceiling. I want to see how many blocks wide I would need to, or not wide, but how many blocks deep I would need to do the ceiling in order for the water not to drip through into my house. So we'll take a look at that too. But for now, that's going to be it for this one. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please put it down in the comment section. If you guys want to see anything specific about the game, let me know, and I will do my best to try to figure it out. But thanks for joining me today, and I will see you guys in the next video.